You're walking down the street. Everything is normal. Then suddenly, a fluffy dog appears right in front of you, and within seconds, your hand automatically reaches out. You didn't think about it. You didn't ask for permission. Your hand just moved. What was that? Weakness? Childish behavior? No, that was science. We usually think that wanting to pet cute animals is just a harmless little habit, a small moment of happiness. But scientists say something far more fascinating. That irresistible urge didn't appear by accident. It's deeply rooted in the way the human brain evolved over millions of years. Long before modern cities existed, our ancestors were already forming emotional bonds with animals, and traces of that ancient wiring still shape our behavior today. So why do we always feel the need to pet everything? The answer begins with one tiny molecule. In 2003, researchers Johannes Odendaal and Renate Meintjes studied what happened when dog owners simply spent a few minutes interacting with their pets. The results surprised even scientists. Both the humans and the dogs showed significant increases in oxytocin. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone. It's deeply involved in trust, affection, and emotional connection. Studies show that interacting with dogs activates oxytocin-based bonding systems similar to those involved in the relationship between parents and their children. It isn't identical, but the same powerful bonding hormone plays a central role in both relationships. In other words, petting a dog isn't just something you do, it's something your brain rewards. But oxytocin is only the beginning. Research suggests that pleasant, gentle touch, especially soft textures like fur, can activate the brain's reward and comfort systems. That's one reason petting a dog often feels calming, satisfying, and emotionally rewarding. Your brain quickly interprets soft, gentle touch as something safe, something comforting, something worth repeating. And that's when another powerful chemical enters the story: dopamine, the neurotransmitter of reward. The same system that motivates you to repeat behaviors your brain considers valuable. But here's where the story becomes even stranger. Back in 1943, Austrian ethologist Konrad Lorenz introduced an idea known as Kindchenschema, or baby schema. He noticed that certain features instantly trigger caring behavior in humans: large eyes, round faces, small noses, soft bodies. These features automatically activate protective instincts inside the human brain. Originally, this evolved to help parents care for their babies, but our brains aren't perfectly selective. Later neuroscience studies have repeatedly supported Lorenz's idea, showing that baby-like facial features automatically capture human attention and increase caring behavior. Which means puppies trigger it, kittens trigger it, baby pandas trigger it, even cartoon characters sometimes trigger it. Your brain isn't asking, "Is this my child?" It's asking, "Does this look vulnerable enough to protect?" And before you even realize it, your hand reaches out. But there's another reason dogs feel so different. The partnership between humans and dogs goes back at least 15,000 years, and possibly much earlier, according to archaeological evidence. Before cities, before farming, humans and wolves slowly began changing each other's future. The friendliest wolves stayed close to people. Humans gained better hunters and better protectors. Generation after generation, those wolves became dogs, and humans changed too. Researcher Brian Hare argues that dogs evolved remarkable abilities to understand human gestures, facial expressions, and emotions. In many ways, we evolved together. That connection has been growing for thousands of years. But this isn't just history, it's still happening inside your body today. In 2013, the American Heart Association reviewed decades of research and concluded that pet ownership is associated with lower stress, lower blood pressure, and improved cardiovascular health. Then, in 2019, researcher Patricia Pendry studied nearly 245 university students. Some students spent just 10 minutes petting dogs and cats. Others simply watched the animals. Others did nothing. The group that physically interacted with the animals showed measurable reductions in cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Just 10 minutes. No medication, no therapy. Just a dog. Scientists believe these benefits don't come from magic. They come from a combination of physical touch, emotional connection, reduced stress hormones, and increased social bonding chemicals working together inside the brain. And there may be one final piece of the puzzle. Some researchers believe our brains naturally mirror the emotions of those around us. When a dog excitedly wags its tail, looks at you with joy, or happily runs towards you, your own emotional circuits may partially reflect that positive emotional state. Although this area is still being studied, it may help explain why a dog's happiness often becomes our happiness too. So maybe the reason you want to pet every friendly dog you see isn't because you're childish or obsessed with animals. It's because your brain evolved to reward connection. Connection that once helped our ancestors survive. Connection that still calms us today. So the next time you're walking down the street and a fluffy dog appears in front of you and your hand automatically reaches out, don't assume it's just a random habit. You're experiencing millions of years of evolution, ancient partnerships, and brain chemistry working together in a single moment. The modern world changed the way we lived, but it never fully changed the brain that evolved to connect with people, with stories, and sometimes with a friendly dog.